Jim Reiner. A little over 10 years ago, I helped form the California County Information Security Forum. It has become one of the largest and most recognized local government security forums in America, serving hundreds of professionals and business leaders in both the public and private sectors. You may know of our forum because of the work we did over the last couple of years, helping government executives avoid big disasters associated with major security breaches. We helped executives comply with state and federal regulations, reduce costs through volume purchase agreements, and build consensus in their jurisdictions. We even help state and national associations meet their needs for security policies, controls, and agreements when sharing data and interconnecting systems. To my knowledge, no other state can match our record for local government collaboration and information sharing in the realm of security. But that's not why I created this video. I reference our successes and experience with government jurisdictions because we believe there's an even bigger crisis lurking, something that could shake the very foundations of your business. And that is why I spent a significant amount of time preparing this video. In short, I want to talk about specific events that will take place in your very near future, which could actually bring your business to a grinding halt. This looming crisis is related to the major information breaches that have made recent headlines, but is infinitely more dangerous. When I first began giving this warning back in 2004, no one took me very seriously, not at first. Back then, most mainstream IT governance groups just ignored me, and when I presented my case and exposed the facts at IT governance meetings, they got angry. They couldn't refute my evidence or my advice, but they weren't ready to accept the enormity of its conclusions either. That's why, before I go any further, I have to warn you. What I'm going to say may be controversial and may offend some people. In fact, we received pieces of hate mail when we made some recommendations in early 2010. The ideas and solutions I'm going to present may seem somewhat radical to you at first. But remember, no one believed me when I said, as your security manager, I have to tell you, if you don't start taking information security seriously, you're going to be subject to civil and criminal penalties. Or when I said, inconsistent implementations are our greatest risk to losing our business capability. But again, that's exactly what happened, and that brings us to today. The potential for a major information breach is imminent. This disaster will change your business and your work. It will dramatically affect your budget, your priorities, and your reputation. I'll explain the events happening and my suggestions for you. You can decide for yourself if I'm full of hot air. As for me, I'm more certain about this looming crisis than I've ever been about anything else in my professional life. I know that you are hard-pressed how to use your limited resources, and I know you can't commit to new programs without affecting your existing programs. Of course, the most important part of the situation is not what is happening, but what you can do about it. Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you how to run your business, and I've turned down every request to move to another organization as their security officer. Instead, I want to show you exactly what strategies I'm personally using to grow and protect my own business unit, and how you can prepare as well. I can tell you with almost 100% certainty that most business executives do not know what to do to safeguard their information, their staff, or their business before a security breach occurs. In this video, I'll show you what is happening and what you can do to protect your business. Will you act to protect your business from the catastrophe that is brewing right now in most jurisdictions? I hope so. That's why I made this video. I'm going to walk you through exactly what we are doing to protect our business financial future and what you can do as well. I can't guarantee you'll emerge from this crisis unharmed, but I can just about guarantee that you'll be a lot better off than people who don't follow these simple steps. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you what is happening, why I'm concerned, what I believe you can do to protect yourself and your business. The privacy and security of information plays a major role in your organization's success. So, how can you keep your information systems and data secure while achieving your mission? You know, technology makes so much possible for government, yet when an information security breach disrupts government operations, the results can be disastrous. The threats against government operating in a digital age are increasing. It is like fighting a storm that never ends. The threats are everywhere, outside and inside, and they're always changing and adapting. So privacy and security, they matter. You decide how much. Safeguarding your information may not be the most important thing in your business, but as a business executive, privacy and security of information should be on your agenda, because like it or not, how you protect information will affect your ability to provide cost-effective services and maintain constituent confidence. Now, privacy and security. What do these terms mean? Information privacy is the relationship between the collection and the use of data. Wherever personally identifiable information is collected and stored, controls need to be in place to ensure it is disclosed only to those who are authorized and need the data. So experts agree that you can't have privacy without security. These two fit tightly together. However, even experts disagree at times on what it takes for information to be secure. Yes, information security is a relative concept, but in order to talk about it productively, we must agree on a single definition. So for the purpose of this briefing, this will be the definition. Information security means protecting information and information systems from unauthorized access, use, disclosure, disruption, modification, or destruction. If you accept this definition, you must recognize one important fact. You need more than technology and skilled staff for information to be secure. Many people don't understand this. Too often we equate quantity of technology with how secure information is. The fact is, every organization is different. Size, composition, client base, services, mandates, and budget. But many leaders are convinced that privacy and security manager. You are a target. Here's what's happening. Your customer and employee information is being attacked, lost, stolen, and misused. As a result, your service is disrupted, ineffective, or completely unavailable at times. Now, incidents happen. Shouldn't you know about incidents? And if you do find out, what would you do? Would you report it? To who? And what would happen? Wouldn't you seize an opportunity to increase productivity? This problem exists right here, right now. But some say, so what? Who cares? Today in many organizations, incident reporting is for the most part voluntary and optional. Exceptions, for example, include staff covered by HIPAA who must report information privacy and security incidents. Therefore, you need to be aware of a couple things when looking at the data we have. It will include incidents from HIPAA-covered components because they must be reported. This represents about 10% of the county workforce. Therefore, there could be 10 times as many incidents. We just don't know. So here's a summary of our data. 2009-10 and the first half of 2011. You can see there are ongoing concerns with lost and stolen devices. Our networks and our systems have been successfully hacked and attacked. And then you see an assortment of unauthorized access to systems, buildings, and personal information. But it gets worse, and here's why action is necessary now. You're probably aware of the concept of due diligence and due care. Due care is doing the appropriate thing. Due diligence is doing the right thing within a reasonable time frame. So what is reasonable or appropriate for you? Your organization may be the equivalent to a Fortune 500 company. There is both the public and legal expectation that we will be as rigorous with information privacy and security as any other $3 billion plus company. There are civil and criminal penalties for knowingly and wrongfully misusing personal health information. This is covered under HIPAA, medical agreement, and an assortment of state and federal laws. Soon, the same such penalties will apply across the board to any and all personally identifiable information. Federal legislation is in progress right now. In addition, you might also have critical infrastructure information about roads, water, electricity, or communications. This also needs to be safeguarded with similar privacy and security controls. The point of a security program is to manage the risks to your business, and your business risk affects the enterprise as a whole. Ultimately, this affects constituent confidence and may also result in financial loss. So do you believe securing information, privacy and security is essential to your department's growth and success? While that may sound daunting, the good news is that this business need has already been solved by many organizations, public and private, and we can learn from the best implementations. As a business leader, wouldn't you be concerned if your program is at risk for litigation or liability? In the following sections, you can see how you can solve this. Experienced leaders understand they need to think strategically about this issue. This is not a new issue for business or government. You have at your disposal some of the best resources who have spent their career thinking about this subject, how to be successful with it. So, what can you do? Well, I've done a lot of research on this and found that there are a surprising number of simple things you can do that will not only protect your business, but also reduce your costs and simplify your operations. So what should you do to protect, possibly even grow, your business in the next few years? Well, here's a series of some pretty simple moves I believe you should begin making immediately. And here's something I want you to keep in mind. I'm only going to talk about information security. As far as how you run your business, that's up to you. And as far as safeguarding the privacy and security of your business information to make sure you don't have a debilitating disaster, well, that's where I can help you. All the moves I recommend are simple and straightforward to implement, at least for right now. If you wait to do these things, however, they will almost certainly get very expensive, difficult, and impossible to do. So here are the specific steps you should take. Establish a focal point. You might want to put somebody in charge of your security program. Control access. You want to be sure only the right people can get to your stuff, your computers, your buildings, and your information. You need to protect your assets. You might not have security problems that you know of right now, but plenty of your peers do. Are you taking basic precautions to protect yourself? And if you share information or computers with other departments or consultants, then you want to be sure you're doing a good job protecting your stuff. You need to know what you have, inventory, so you know what you have, what you need to protect. You need an inventory of people, computers, location of your information. Self-assessment. Audit yourself to be sure things are working the way you want. Check it out once in a while. See if people are doing what you expect. Then there are legal mandates. You might have some laws you are supposed to be following. Do you know what they are? Do you know if you're doing what they say? Then disposing of sensitive information. You need to take steps to securely dispose of your computers and storage equipment and your paper documents. Managing risks. Do you have a way to tell what, if anything, you should be concerned about? And to what extent should you do something about your security concerns? And governance. If you make decisions about how you want things to work and how you want staff to behave, then write these decisions and review them. Normally this was what we call policies and procedures. Employee training. You want staff to have some basic training about how to stay safe online, how to take care of their computers and phones, who to contact with questions. Accountability. Does your staff know what you expect from them? And what if your staff misuse or steal your information or your equipment? What are you going to do about it? And finally, incident management. If something goes wrong, you want staff to tell you, and you want to have a plan in place to deal with the problem. Now, there are several ways to deal with all this, and I'll help you if needed. It all depends on your business situations. So how can you begin taking these simple steps right away? Well, I'm an Information Security Manager and Chair Emeritus of the California County's Information Security Forum. I have access to a wealth of information, experience, and the best professionals in this field. My main objective is to help you take steps to safeguard your business. Since I got started in information security 10 years ago, the ideas we've published and the programs we put in place have helped a lot of jurisdictions improve their security as well as save taxpayers millions of dollars. Sandy Graham, Chief Security Officer in Chesterfield County, Virginia, says, "I'm working on a risk management program and was just thinking about the wealth of resources you so freely shared. Much of what you provided will be in our resource management toolkit. Thanks so much for your caring and sharing." Steve Monahan, CIO of Nevada County. "Thanks for all your work over the years on the Information Security Forum. You've done a fantastic job. It particularly means a lot to small counties who don't have the expertise on staff that you possess. Your willingness to share it and assist all members was valuable." Kathy Higgins, Chief, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. "I just want to drop you a note to thank you for your time, commitment, support, and dedication. Working with you has truly been a rewarding experience for me and the Virtual USA team, and I am looking forward to our continued partnership to help save lives and protect property." Now believe me, nothing makes me feel better than receiving notes like these. But I have to tell you, I'm really worried about a lot of hardworking business executives are going to be caught totally by surprise when the inevitable security incident occurs. That's why I created this video, and that's why I'm offering to work with you on exactly what you can do to protect your business. You can either let things happen to you, or you can take a few simple steps and take charge of your business future. So please give the work I've done a look, and I'm sure you'll find everything you need. Simply let me know that you'd like an initial strategy meeting, and I will immediately arrange time with you. So how much does my work cost? How can you get started? Well, a 2-hour consultation normally costs $210, and that's what many others have paid. But right now, you can try my services for free. Why so cheap? Well, to be honest, my business really only works if the organization works together to collectively solve their strategy and security issues. But I realize you've got to try my work first to see if it's right for you. And that's why through this video, we're making it so cheap and essentially risk-free to try it. So I invite you to call or email and arrange a strategy meeting to try my work. And if you decide for any reason my work is not right for you, just let me know and you can keep everything you've received so far. In other words, by taking me up on this offer, you're only agreeing to try my work, see if you like it. And I hope you consider this offer seriously. I know in my heart it will be one of the best business moves you'll ever make. To get started, contact me, Jim Reiner, at 916-874-6788 or reinerj@saccounty.net. And I will get back to you immediately to set up an initial strategy meeting.